Yo, what is going on, everyone? It is your main man, Mizix, coming back at you with another one. And today, I wanted to talk to you about Splitgate. So, if you've been living under a rock for the last 2 weeks, basically, Splitgate is this game that's in beta. It's huge right now. Everyone's playing it. It's a pretty good time, but there's some real gripes I have about the game. I'm not saying I hate it, but I'm not saying I'm like, I definitely don't hate it, but I'm not like big into. I don't think it's great or anything like that. I'm kind of torn on it, as you would say. My opinion on Splitgate is split. I'm kind of on the fence. So there's some really great things going for this game, Splitgate. So it's got great gunplay. It's very balanced. The spawns are great. The maps are great. I mean, everything I love about this game, it's great, except for one thing, and that thing is the portals, which really are what make this game unique. I think the portals are pretty overpowered, and I mean, it kind of ruins my experience, to be honest, playing Splitgate. I mean, so the I think the real issue is that modern gaming systems aren't really made to handle detecting or playing on this level of field, right? So if I was playing in real life and I heard like a portal like to my back left and above me too, like I could easily detect exactly where the portal was at. But I think gaming audio really isn't to the level of where it needs to be for it to be like a fair experience. So I'm kind of gonna break it down in a more simpler context. I'm gonna tell you a story. So back when like Black Ops 2 came out, I was really big into Black Ops 2, and I was really into the competitive scene of Black Ops 2, and so I was playing on game battles like every day, which is like the online version of the MLG tournaments. Are these game battle ladders where you play against other people and you get points for beating other people, and if it's a good team you get more points, and if it's like a garbage team you get less points, that sort of thing. So I was on like the top page, which is like the top 25 in the world, but it's just the online one, so like a lot of pros weren't really playing it, but I was top 25 for almost the whole year. I at least had one team. If it was the team or like the singles ladder or even the doubles, I was pretty much top 25 on one of those for almost, I want to say, from like January of March of the year that it was out. And then when Ghost came out, I was huge into that too. And I mean, I traveled to like MLG Anaheim. I got top 32 there, which is like, you're basically top 32 in the world with your team. And so these games are like flat boots on the ground, which everyone liked, which is why they were so popular, because you're on the ground. And if you think about it, you're on a horizontal playing field. You're on a 16 by 9 monitor. It's rectangle. If you're on your phone, you turn the phone sideways. If you're on a computer or a console, obviously, you're looking at it. You're playing on a rectangular screen, not a square. So you're looking for people on the horizontal plane. And that's what makes sense for games, because you have a horizontal screen, you're looking for people on a horizontal plane. Then when Infinite Warfare came out, which was the next Call of Duty game, a lot of people really didn't like it. And a lot of what it came down to are these jetpacks, which make you fly, mega high up into the air, and you're way past everyone's, you can't even see you. I have to literally look up to shoot the guy who's flying through the air, right? I mean, that wasn't the only thing, but I think that was the main thing that really people didn't like, whether they knew it or not, is that your monitor, your gaming system, whatever, was not designed for that kind of gameplay, because it's not designed to have people flying up in through the air. Now, if you were playing on like a 9 by 16, if you were just to take your rectangular monitor, turn it sideways, it would make sense, because you have to look up and down, and now you have a lot higher of a vision to look up and down. And it's kind of the same thing with these portals. I might hear, oh, there's a portal right and above me, but there's so many of these walls around, I don't really know where these portals are at. They are instantaneous. People are right behind you. They can shoot through it, and when they go through it, it's like instantly too. You can't even track it, And if you die and you're just kind of plopped on a new spot, you don't know where these portals are at or out you. It's not like they're actively making a sound. So I mean, they're really overpowered, and there's really no way to detect them too. Which obviously you can use that to your advantage, but I think the simple solution for this here is really to nerf the portals. I mean, there's a couple ways that you can do it, but there's a couple things I would do. So you're really doing it instantaneously. Like if you walk through a portal, you are instantly going through the portal. It doesn't matter. Oh, almost bumped my mic there. That was a little embarrassing. It doesn't matter if the portal is 2 feet away or if the other portal is on the other side of the map. It's instantaneous, right? Which, I mean, it doesn't really make sense. It takes time for... I mean, I don't know how these portals work in the theoretical universe, but I think it should take a little bit of time while you're portaling from one location to another, right? The next thing is, I think that the portals should shoot over each other, right? So say someone puts a portal right in my, like, spot right in front of me, right? If you're on, like, any kind of a kill streak at all, you've probably already gone through your grenades. And there's basically nothing you can do about this guy's portal sitting right in front of you. So I think that your portal should portal over someone else's portal. If their portal is blocking where you want to be, if you shoot yours on it, that's it. Their portal's done now. It should basically be the same as throwing a grenade at it. The other thing that really confused me, I just couldn't get my head out of it, was why don't the grenades do damage? Like, they're so powerful that they just, like, disrupt this thing that's cutting through time and space, but, like, for people, nah, doesn't affect people whatsoever. That part didn't really make any sense to me. I don't get how you can do it. And this is kind of a trend that I've noticed as gaming has gone on, is that movement used to be like, if you're out in the open, you messed up. Now people are able to shoot you, you got nothing to hide behind, you're dead. But as time goes on, that kind of seems to be like something that developers are moving away from. They have like different movement systems, which I think, I mean, it's a good fun experience. I really like their gunplay, their spawns, their maps, all that. But I think, I mean, honestly, these portals are what ruin it for me. This game really is like a mix between Halo and Quake, and then people call it, oh, it's a mix between Portal and Halo. But, you know, I mean, in my opinion, if you've ever played Quake, you know this game is a lot more like Quake than Halo. You're moving, in Halo, like, your guy moves slow. At least, like, 1 through reach, no sprint. Your dude is moving slow. He's not, like, cooking along. Which, I mean, obviously, it's a good mechanic, obviously. It keeps things fair and balanced, but we're kind of losing our attention span, and we want things to be quicker. If we wanted things to be completely fair and balanced, we would all just be playing chess, but that's just not the case. So I do like how quickly you move. It's just I think these portals, they need to be making like more sound. They need to make sounds when people go through them that are very audible and extremely obvious. So then I think there needs to be some sort of vulnerability while you're going through it. Like I've seen people hiding halfway between 2 portals and they're like peeking out and then poking back in. And when it's your portal, like you can see on both sides of it, but if it's someone else's, there's just no way for you to tell. You're just kind of shooting blindly into this portal. So I think that, I mean, really that's what's holding this game back. I really enjoy it. I've played it casually and competitively, both for a few hours. And I mean, honestly, I really enjoy competitive. Team Takedown is a lot of fun. I think it's a really great concept, but really what's holding it back for me is just these portals are so ridiculous. I mean, I can even hear like, oh, there's a guy portaling like on my right, but I kind of look on my right and there's like 6 different walls. Was it on the other side of this wall, or was it like on kind of like the side of the wall thing? And I mean, there's just so many possibilities that it's really like playing a game of luck rather than playing a game of skill. And even when I'm winning, I'm kind of like, I don't really feel like I'm better than the people or like I'm doing super good or whatever, because it kind of feels like I'm just kind of dragging myself through the mud, and maybe I'll win this fight because I was able to track him a little bit better, and I was expecting him on the right instead of the left because I kind of just heard the portal a little bit, but I didn't really certainly know exactly where he was at, whereas in other games, I mean, if I hear you, I know exactly where you're at. There's no guesswork about it, and I mean, that's really what it is for me. So, you know, really let me know what you think, but that's kind of what's holding it back for me. I don't hate the game, but I'm not quite in love with it yet, so I just hope that they do something about these portals, because I know that's kind of what makes the game unique, but it's getting out of hand, and you know, you can have it, what makes the game unique, but they don't have to be like the most powerful thing ever. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you made it this far, hit the like and subscribe.